Today we will be discussing the dental care delivery in the Philippines.
Growing up in the Philippines, dental care was a luxury my family simply couldn't afford. We often faced tough choices between buying food and seeking medical attention, which meant that my dental health suffered greatly. I had several cavities that went untreated for years, and I fractured one of my front teeth, as you all know, not getting it fixed until years later when we were finally able to afford it. We prioritized survival over healthcare. The only dental advice I received as a child was to brush twice a day, which I thought would be enough to keep my teeth healthy. However, as I grew older, I realized that this basic knowledge was insufficient. There was little to no education about proper dental care, especially for families in low income neighborhoods like mine. We had no access to information on nutrition, regular checkups, or preventative care, leaving us vulnerable to more serious dental issues. In contrast, I have seen how many initiatives exist in the US to promote dental health. There are awareness campaigns, free clinics, and educational programs in schools that help children learn about the importance of dental care. Unfortunately, in the Philippines, these kinds of resources are rare. Many families still struggle with the same issues I faced, having to choose between basic necessities and seeking dental treatment. For millions of people living in poverty, when dental problems arise, the common solution is either extraction or simply doing nothing at all. This reality is heartbreaking as it means many children grow up suffering from pain and embarrassment that could be prevented with proper care and education. So, to better understand these challenges, we will now explore the reasons behind the inadequacies of dental care in the Philippines, along with the scope of practice for dental hygienists in the country.
As of 2023, the average annual income in the Philippines was 353.23 thousand Philippine pesos. This is 15% higher than it was in 2021 and is roughly equivalent to 6,236 US dollars annually. The reason that the annual income is so low is because of certain trends in the Philippines, which are listed below. Agriculture is a primary source of income for poor rural people. Most depend on subsistence farming and fishing. Illiteracy, underemployment, and the incidence of poverty are generally higher. And overall, 25% of people in the Philippines are poor. And this incidence of poverty is much higher among rural inhabitants compared to urban residents. And the areas lack economic growth and have higher rates of underemployment due to lack of access to productive capital, knowledge and technology, and to a limited market access. The birth rate in the Philippines is 22.1 births per 1,000 population. In a comparison ranking against all other 229 countries, it is ranked 53, which makes it a high ranking. The mortality rate is 6.2 deaths per 1,000 population, comparison ranking being 146 out of 229, making this a low ranking. And the total population is 118,277,063, 59,227,092 are male, and 59,049,971 are female.
As JD highlighted earlier, access to care is limited in the Philippines primarily due to rural living conditions and high poverty levels. In low-income households with limited access, it is common to see salt water and baking soda used as remedies for dental pain. An aging population also increases the demand for dental services, limiting resources available to reach more remote areas. As a result, 87.4% of Filipinos experience cavities and decay. It would seem as though licensing is rather similar in the Philippines when compared to the United States. Academically, you must graduate from a government-recognized 2-year dental hygiene course under a College of Dentistry and pass a board exam. You must also hold a valid identification card as well as a valid certificate of registration in order to apply for your dental hygiene license. Functions of a dental hygienist approved and licensed to practice in the Philippines include prevention, oral health promotion, scaling, polishing, oral exams, clinical history, x-rays, and OHI. This is all while operating under the supervision of a dentist. Thank you for your time, and we hope that you've learned a thing or two about dental hygiene in the Philippines. Any questions?